Hi, it's Miss Kaylee from the Ida Public Library, and today we're going to be reading a story called Bedtime Monsters by Josh Schneider. It's time for bed, Arnold, said Mom. I'm still destroying New York, said Arnold. Well, finish up, said Mom. Arnold tromped down Fifth Avenue with a terrible roar, and then went and put on his pajamas. It's time for bed, Arnold, said Mom. But I haven't finished my bedtime snack, said Arnold. Well, hurry up, said Mom. Arnold bit the heads off the last lions, tigers, and elephants. Then he drank his milk, brushed his teeth, and got into bed for his bedtime story. Do you have a bedtime snack? Mom read Arnold 3 books. Good night, said Mom. Can I sleep with you and Dad tonight? Asked Arnold. No, said Mom. But I'm scared of the monster that comes out at night and bites off toes, said Arnold. I'm sure he's just as scared of you as you are of him, said Mom. No, he's not. I'm just a little boy, Arnold reminded her. Good night, said Mom. She turned off the light. The bed made a squeaking noise. It was the terrible toe biter. Are you just as scared of me as I am of you? Asked Arnold. No, of course not, said the terrible toe biter. You're just a little boy. I'm scared of the horrible tooth gnasher. It's big and scaly and has teeth this long. It comes out in the dark. It's very dark in here, said Arnold. The terrible toe biter looked nervous. Scoot over, it ordered. Arnold scooted over, and the terrible toe biter got under the covers. Did you know monsters got scared too? Arnold and the terrible toe biter looked into the dark. Arnold looked to the left. The terrible toe biter looked to the right. The bed made a squeaking noise. The radiator made a glinking noise. The closet door made a creaking noise. What do you think it is? A big, scaly head with teeth this long peeked out of the closet. Gosh, said the horrible tooth gnasher. It's really dark in here. The radiator made a glinking noise. Was that a winged fargle? Whimpered the horrible tooth gnasher. Arnold and the terrible toe biter scooted over. They looked into the dark. Arnold looked to the left, the terrible toe biter looked to the right, and the horrible tooth gnasher watched the ceiling in case of winged fargles. I'm thirsty, said the horrible tooth gnasher. Arnold went to get a glass of water. He's pretty brave, isn't he? When Arnold got back, there was a winged fargle in the bed. He was scared too, said the terrible toe biter. Of the Gronzy Buzzler, explained the winged fargle. Scoot over, ordered Arnold. His bed's getting pretty full, isn't it? It was getting late. Arnold was getting tired. The bed was getting crowded. The winged fargle didn't smell too good. A pointy face appeared from behind the radiator. Wow, it's really dark in here, said the Gronzy Buzzler. Are there any Arnolds around? What's an Arnold? Asked the terrible toe biter. Oh, Arnolds are just awful, said the Gronzy Buzzler. I heard one destroyed New York. The winged fargle squeaked and pulled the covers up over its head. And I heard they bite the heads off lions and tigers and elephants, said the Gronzy Buzzler. The terrible toe biter and horrible tooth gnasher held onto their heads, just in case. Wait a second. I'm an Arnold, said Arnold. Yikes, said the terrible toe biter. Zoinks, said the horrible tooth gnasher. Eek, said the winged fargle. Run, said the Gronzy Buzzler. Finally, the bed was empty again. It's about time, said Arnold, and he went to sleep. Now he has room in his bed to go to sleep, and it's time for you to go to sleep too. I hope you have a good night.